everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome back to another episode of OrgelCraft. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Something look different about me? I'm wearing an elytra, but if you look down at the hotbar, you notice I've got armor on? Yeah, I went and got the hidden armor mod. I've seen it used on Empires, and I really like it. And this allows me to actually wear this helmet that I hate how it looks, without having to see that. I left the elytra on. I think that one looks fine. But yeah, it's kind of nice to do this, and I have another reason why that you'll see in just a little bit. So last time we built up the little spaceport here in our crater, and today we are going to be working in the end, starting to plan out our Star Destroyer. I'm going to warn you, this is going to be a little bit of a talky episode, for a couple reasons. One, because I don't have a ton of time, and two, because I've got some things that are going on, that are kind of affecting the channel, so I just would like you to know what's going on. But yeah, so on live stream this past week, we did a little bit of work terraforming the crater here, and yeah, I think it looks really nice. I think it looks fairly natural, a nice continuation of what we had up here with this forest, with a little bit of birch, mostly oak, and then some flowers. Added some rocks to it as well. I think they added a nice little bit of texture. Yeah, and if you come all the way here, it looks really nice, and then you look over there and you see all of that. But I think this is going to do a really good job of hiding the fact that, it's this big spherical hole. This took probably about 45 minutes, so, multiply that across the entire thing. That's going to be a project that takes a little while, but we'll keep working on it. It'll be a stream project. This was far more tedious than I expected it to be, but yeah, anyway, all right, let us head to the end. Okay, so I brought a whole bunch of stone because we're going to start basic wireframing today. We're going to do actual wireframing. So let's see, what do I want to start with? Oh, yes, okay. So I have been trying to figure out the scale that I want for the Star Destroyer. Basically, a Star Destroyer is a mile long, so 1,600 meters, give or take. And obviously, that's kind of ridiculous. So I started playing around with ratios, and I said, well, okay, what if we do a 1:2 scale, so half the size? The distance on that, or the length of the ship would then be 800 blocks. Sounds ridiculous, but I actually looked it up, and that is only 50 chunks, a render distance of 50 chunks. That kind of surprised me. I would have thought it would have been more than that. The other dimensions, the vertical would be... what would the vertical be? The vertical would be, I have to find my notes. The vertical would be 243. So it actually fits within the build height that we have here. And then the width would have been 487. Now, sounds absolutely insane, but I thought just for fun, I would take a look at it. So if I turn on the rendering, you can see I've got a little bit of a wireframe outline. Using Mini HUD, really, really nice. You can do shapes in here, and one of the things that you can do is lines. So I put some lines in just to kind of get an idea for what that 1:2 scale looks like. if I go in and change our render distance up to 50 chunks, and then we have to wait for it to catch up. You can't see the end, but if I fly over here, it will render in momentarily. Yeah, that would be the size if we can fly out here a little bit. This is roughly what our 1:2 scale looks like, and if we look over there, you can actually see the whole thing. But you'll probably notice the slight problem with that. Yeah, the outer end islands are coming into view. Now, I was like, a render distance of 50. Well, that's got to be killing my frames. Well, at the moment it is because I'm flying, and I have all this up. But yeah, look at that, 54, 55 frames. Kind of crazy. Well, that's because there's nothing here. So, of course, there's nothing that's going to mess with our frames. The game is really not having to work too hard to render all of this in. I was also doing some fun calculations. So, at 800 blocks long, just to do one stripe from there to there is almost 13 stacks of blocks. Yeah, no, not really a viable option. So, we are going to go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and remove all of this. I did decide on a 1:3 scale. I don't know if I'm saying any of that correctly. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So basically, we're going to do it a third of the size of what it would normally be. I found a really nice diagram online, I'll put that on screen right now, that shows some different views, and I'm able to, I printed it out and was able to make some measurements on this. So, at a 1:3 scale, the length of the ship is going to be 533 blocks long. The width will be, where is it? 325. And then our height will be 147. I think this will still be, I mean, it's still going to be a big build. So, yeah, so that's what we are going to work with. And I want to start putting some of this in here together. So, let me show you, all right. Okay, let's go over here. How do I want to do this? I didn't think this through. Trying to do things on the fly. Let's go. Oh, I have a new rule for being in the end. I must always carry a spare elytra and an extra stack of rockets. Because, yeah, I don't want to fall into the void and lose all my stuff. Okay, so the whole point of bringing all this stone was so that I could put some things down. Do I have any torches? Yes. Okay, we want to make sure that we're keeping this place spawn-proof. All right, so let's find our center, and let's come out. Let's just come out a few blocks here. Yes. Where the blocks don't render. All right, we're going to put a torch down there. Put a torch down there. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out approximately where I want the entrance to the hangar to be. So, where are we? 152? How many blocks is that if we go over here? 26, so that's 26 out. You know what? I think that'll be good. I think this will be a good place to start. So this is where the hangar is going to open. All right, so let's go ahead and add a shape, and this is going to be our linear, the length of our ship. I know there's a name for that, but I don't know what it is. All right, so we'll go into configure, and let's do this. Let's go ahead and set this here, and set that there. Now, for the far end, so this point is 270 block, 275 blocks in. So that would be 122.5. Okay. And then we also need to drop down 18 from here. So we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18. There we go. We'll come do the other same over here. Okay. And then I just need the difference. So let's see. 533 minus 275 is 258. So 152 plus 258 is 410. And we'll go, I think we want to do, yeah, we'll go 0.5. That's fine. Okay. And then let's make it blue. And then you have to turn it on. Nope, I don't need to configure it. I need to enable it. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, this needs to come down by 1. So let's go back into our configuration, and we're going to bring that down 1, and we'll bring that down 1, and then that will give us something to work with. Let's maybe bring it down 1 more, just so that the floor of our hangar will be under where the ship is going to be. Yes, I know what I just said. Okay, so let's take a look at this now. So that is where the bow of our ship is going to be. And it's going to take forever to fly out here. And that is where the aft of the ship will end up. Okay. It just doesn't seem big enough. I guess when you scale it down. Yeah, all right, that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so what I want to do is I'd like to build up, basically just outline this so we have something to work with. And what's going to be the best way to do that? So we need to get out there. Let me grab a few more stacks. You know what? Let's just, honestly, let's just take an inventory's worth. And then we're going to fly out here. And we're just going to land on this gateway, hopefully without going through it. All right, and then we're going to put a water bucket down. And then we'll come over here. And we'll build down like this. So while I am outlining this, let's talk a little bit about plans. Well, not necessarily plans. Okay, this is what we are. Yeah, this is what we are working on for this episode. I need to get back into this water stream. There we go, and place a block. Not there. Not there. Needs to be down a block. Right there. And, oh, now I'm really going to be stuck. Okay, well, I need to go get my water bucket back anyway. Yes, so let's talk a little bit about some things that are going on and what is going on with the channel. I was going to say that wasn't the smartest move in the world. No, we'll be fine. I'm going to need to go the other way eventually. It'll be fine. Okay, let's not flow off the edge. Oh, that was a lot closer to the end than I thought it was going to be. That's taking forever, so we're going to come back. This is not in the right place. Seriously, water, stop. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. So I have, so let's see. So I have basically 3 series that I'm wanting to be working on. Stuff that I had going on. So we had the modded series, modulations. We have this series, obviously, and then Star Wars Galaxies. Now, I wrapped up... I'm not calling it Season 1 of Star Wars Galaxies, but I have actually started playing on a new server, and have just been kind of doing the early game grind there. Oh my goodness, I'm not putting down torches. Yeah, I have been doing the early game grind, just to kind of get characters back to the level that they were. Hi, walk off the edge, please. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm totally intending to restart that series. I'm also really still enjoying modulations. I'm a little stuck on what I want to do with it, but I want to keep that going. The issue that I've come into is that while I can technically keep all 3 going, I've come to the realization that I really need to be focusing on my main channel. As much as I enjoy this is a nice break. I need to be focusing on that main channel, and a lot of that has been there's been a lot of creative burnout over there, and a lot of dragging my feet. Like I had several videos that I've recorded and just could not bring myself to edit and upload. I have gotten out of that funk. I was at a conference a few weeks ago, and it really helped me get a much better mindset on things and a good perspective. So I'm kind of rededicating my focus to the main channel. What that means is that with that being my primary focus, everything that happens on the secondary channel has to come second to that. So how I'm working all of that... Oh, hello. We can just go ahead and break this. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the second channel as a reward for taking care of the first channel. So basically what that means is as long as I keep to my upload schedule over there, I am allowed to do extra videos over here. Now, I'm going to keep doing OrgelCraft on a weekly basis because that's still kind of my, outlet fun kind of thing. And that's the primary series on this channel. And, I'm going to keep this channel going. for sure. And it's a nice way for me to kind of blow off steam at the end of the week. Get to do something fun, get to be creative in a different sense. So, but, as far as all the other series goes, to be able to do those, basically I have to be keeping up with the main channel. So if I do the things that I need to do on that channel, then that gives me the liberty to come over here and do a Modulations episode or a Galaxies episode, or maybe both, if my time lends itself to that. Having said that, I am really working on some, I for lack of a better term, I will call them behind-the-scenes things. I am... Basically, I have my own business that I do that is music related, and is along the lines of things that I want to be doing professionally, and so that's a lot of stuff that you probably don't see. It's stuff that might come up from time to time, and it's definitely centered around the work that I'm doing on my primary channel. I lost my train of thought because of these Endermen. I'm blaming the Endermen. It's not really the Endermen's fault. Oops. And they knocked me off. Cool. Let's come about this from the other end. Don't look at the Enderman. So, basically, what this comes down to is my real life. I've had a major change in my schedule. It's a change that I have made in my my work schedule that has opened up a lot more time for me to work on my business. Which is really, really exciting. This past week was the first week of my schedule, and I had 2 days where I basically I basically had nothing except the stuff that I needed to work on, which was absolutely amazing. This change is truly it sounds cliche to say life-changing, but it really is. It's bought me so much time. If you saw my stream, or if you caught the if you watched it on the upload afterwards, I was talking. I said at the very end, that I was going to try to get a Modulations episode out this week. Well, that didn't happen, and the reason it didn't happen was because on Thursday, I worked from about 8 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock Friday morning, and it was incredible getting to do that. It was exhausting, and then I got up Friday and did it all over again. I didn't work quite as many hours on Friday, but I did work all day Friday as well, and it was great. I got so much done, but it was just kind of like, I need to just completely turn my brain off and, playing games, yes, I can do that, which is actually what I did do. I went and did some of the grindy work for Star Wars Galaxies. I didn't have the energy to do a video, so that's what happened to that. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan going forward from here, is that I'm gonna keep making other videos and other series, but they're gonna come. They're gonna come when I have time for them, and obviously, I have to be, I have to be doing stuff on the main channel, which is basically a video every 2 weeks. I do have some stuff that I'm trying to do on the off weeks, but it's not like if I do a second video on this channel, it's not completely locked into that. Like if I do my video, that gives me 2 weeks where I can play around with other things. So yeah, so that's kind of the state of where things are, and we're just gonna go from there. Oh, now we need to finish this off on the other end. So let's go ahead and take this down, and then I need my water bucket. There we go. And then we are almost to the end here. Place a couple more blocks. So the whole point of wireframing this is if I decide it's too small, then we'll make the necessary adjustments. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have a very small piece of a very large project. Okay, so I've been talking at you long enough. I am going to now that we have this, I can do a much better frame of reference. So the nice thing is, from the bow of the ship here, the angles that go out to the side are perfectly level. So from here, I can set up the wireframe to there, and I think that's probably all I'm gonna do for this episode. Is just kind of get maybe the lower half sketched, but we'll see. Let me see what I have time for. Let me do those, and then I will bring you guys back when some progress has been made. Remember back in Season 1 where we built this little slime block flying machine? And we flew out away from the main end island so that we could create this map out here in the void, and it seemed like it was so far away. Yeah, this is what we have now. Sadly, this map is going to have to go away. Also, I need to turn off the sneak toggle. Let me tell you, that's really, really nice working out here over the void to be able to just toggle sneak on and off. Makes things much easier. So this is the start of our Star Destroyer wireframe. So obviously we have the one that we created there, and then I have the sides coming out here, and then they come out almost to the end, and then they angle to the back. And then I also went and worked up one side of what this would look like from the bottom up to the side, just to kind of get an idea for how things are going to work out. And I mean, so far it looks okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed by the size. And I'm not really sure what to do about that. So the first thought that I'm having is, well, give it a little bit of time. We only have, we've only gone up to I'll call it the midpoint of the vertical part of the ship. There's a lot more this way. I don't think I did a line for that. I did not, but that might actually be worth doing. Let's do that together a second here. So if we come all the way down here to the end, let's go right here. And then we need a line. Let's go ahead and set that there. And then I need 147, so this would be 177, and let's make it purple. There we go. Oh, that's not right. Let's try that again. This needs to be negative 121.5. Now it goes straight up. So let's maybe land on that one. Oh, look at that. Nailed it. Okay, so that does give a little bit better of a context of that's how high it's going to be. I think we need to actually see this from a little bit farther away. It's amazing to think that that little piece of bedrock that I just landed on used to be the top of an obsidian pillar. Who knew you could make the end island feel small? Okay, well, okay, the beacon beam is not helping. Yeah, I will say, this doesn't feel wide enough. And maybe it is, I don't know. I think that maybe in the next episode, maybe a couple more, I'm gonna do some on-the-job referencing. There's some really cool things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be exploring up a couple other games in this. I have found some really fun things that I'm excited to... I'm excited to show off for the process of building our Star Destroyer. But yeah, so... The thought is that I could continue... wireframing a little bit out. This is all I'm doing for today because it starts to get much more complicated as we go up. If you look at that image again, you can see there's a lot of different layers to how it builds up from there. So that's gonna take a little bit more time than I have to put that all together. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that maybe between episodes I will do a little bit of playing with scale. I know that I said that 1:2 scale felt a little ridiculous, but honestly, this doesn't feel epic enough. And it is. I mean, this is a massive structure. It is outside the scope of the end gateways, most of which were beyond the end island. So this is a structure that's bigger than what the original end island was, but I don't know, it doesn't feel big enough. So I need to think about that and, just kind of, try to conceptualize a little bit of that to see if maybe a 1:2 scale would be feasible. I don't care about the building and the resource side of it. That I can work with. But, it becomes a question of, whether it's worth the time. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, this didn't take me that long to put together, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'll have to think about it. I'd be interested to hear your input. And maybe what it needs to come down to is maybe I'm used to other games where I have dealt with Star Destroyers at scale. And so I think the thought that I'm having, the thing that I'm struggling with right now is I really want it to be scale. And that's not possible because we're not doing a 1,600 block long structure. No, absolutely not. You can't shake your head in this. That only works when somebody else is looking at you. I guess I could do replay mod, which I don't have going. So, anyway, yeah, that's what we've got. So we have a start, and I'm gonna figure this out between episodes, and we'll start actually grinding away on building this in the next episode. Have you figured out yet what I did with the obsidian? Probably. That's why the pressure plate is there. I was going to leave just the obsidian, but I really didn't like it, so I found a way to get rid of that. And I'm justifying that in I'm not keeping the obsidian, and I've already placed these blocks, so it's fine. Yeah. There's one more thing that I need to do before we end this episode. I mentioned it earlier with having to do with the hidden armor mod. And I need a little bit of a change of outfit. If I'm gonna have a Star Destroyer, I might as well be wearing an Imperial Grand Admiral uniform, right? I did not design this. This was designed by someone named Lysek Fighter. I thought it looked really good, and I thought it would be appropriate. We gotta take the wings off. That looks better. There we go. Yes, so I wanted to be able to show this off on the moments where I actually do talk to you, but yes, so that's why we've gotten rid of the have the invisible armor mod. So that's gonna do it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.